Benevolence, David Dimitri, right back at you.
Blessing me crook back here on easy. Blessing me boxes of our big beats.
Greetings.
You use the hysteria.
We're here at the Bernie Sanders rally in San Bernardino, California. Hey!
Great ideas, we can synergize this energy.
Benevolence, I'm David Dimitri, and I'm live in color. Benevolence is David Dimitri, live in color. Keeping the vibes cool, clean, and unified. That's what we do, because that's who we are. And I'm pretty sure that's who you are. My friends and frenemies, let's go. So, on the screen, I decided to go on and leave my company's logos. But if you see, it's kind of blocked out right here in this area. Well, what's going on is I tried to open up some World War III graphics. I didn't want to put them on the computer because any of you that's tech know that then I would have to go back and clean that up. But today we are covering vitally important issues. Vitally important issues. Let's go into this. Let's get into this. It's 2024 and that's where we're at again. You know what I'm saying? We're keeping the vibes cool, clean, and unified. That's what we do. We liven it up. You know what I'm saying? Check Warm Music online. Sometimes I'm livening it up like this, and sometimes I'm just kicking the truth. But either way, we're keeping the vibe so that we can always be in the win-win. Because that's what we need to do. Always be in the win-win. So, today, what we're going to be covering is being in and staying in the gray. Being in and staying in the gray. Alright? So what is that? Well, going forth by gray is what I call it. Like the Kemetic or Egyptian Book of the Dead, going forth by day. I'm calling this talk going forth by gray because it's about gray manning or gray women. We're going into 2024. You feel how calm and cool I'm speaking? Well, this is Christmas Day. It's that Monday, 2023. And this is what I'm choosing to do. I'm thinking not about my own egoistic interest, but I'm thinking about y'all. I know all of y'all are used to big platforms, trending, and big names. I'm not that yet, but we're going to get there. But I'm still bringing what you need because we're going to give you what you don't give time for, but that part of you is there. So as we know, and I have a talk here on my David Dimitri Live in Color YouTube covering the film Leave the World Behind. And really it's not about that film, but it's pointing out what in that film is real versus what's not. And if these scenarios pop up, what's a best way to really deal with it. And also we talk a little bit about the entertainment. And this is my METAPHYSICAL segment. That's right, David Dimitri Live in Color has different segments. We have the entertainment and edutainment segment. But this is the METAPHYSICAL segment. It's the metaphysical and paranormal segment where we focus on metaphysical and paranormal in dealing with any specific area of life, right? So this talk is the going forth by gray. And we're looking at solutions, but you can't seek solutions unless you agree that there's a problem and what the problem is. Then you go forth toward developing a solution, a little conflict management, education, not edutainment. So 2024 coming challenges versus 2024 coming opportunities. Everyone is somewhere where they want to be, and everywhere one is pushing toward new experiences. At least you would say that, right? Well, some of us and some people are in a place with themselves, and that really might be a laughing matter. The condition they're in, mental, psycho, spiritually, and emotionally. But it's not funny because we would wish that the whole world was on an equal playing field, correct? We would wish us all, right, that's a laughing matter, because not everybody has good intention and altruism in their heart. There's a such thing as narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, which are all three different things, but all in the bad area. So we want altruism coming from me. David Dimitri, live in color, is an altruist, right? Seeking what's good for everyone, but of course balancing for my own best interest. And we're going to talk about that. And what we're going to talk about is how you're letting, how this thing that we all know is controlling our mind up to a degree, no matter who we are and what we think. It's social media, it's internet, it's virtual reality, and it's AI. And before they told you it was AI, they were already using it as AI. It was already AI, you see. So, you got to catch that moments, because you get that reality check and you realize that I'm going somewhere. But when you're not getting those moments where you're realizing, getting epiphanies and realizations through the process of you waking up out of a bed and you're going through a day and you don't realize nothing, that's a bad place to be with yourself. And that's what I'm saying. So where are you going in 2024? Then you have the people that are doing great. They even have aspiring towards something. And we're going to focus on online entrepreneurship, online artistry, which turns into entrepreneurship, because you can monetize anything. It's a capitalistic society and economy and monetary system globally. So we're going to look at, remember, the talk is going forth by gray man and gray woman. And we won't even get to the gray man and gray womaning until the end of the talk. But right now we're going to do it 2024 coming challenges and coming opportunities. But where are you coming from? Where are you at? Where are you at right now with thyself? And so we're looking at entrepreneur ambitions, which is a public thing, yet it ends to your benefit as a private. But if you're in a place with yourself where you want all this, but you say, I want to do this business, I'm making this product, I've got this service, product and service, I'm an influencer, I'm a psychological counselor, a mentor, a life coach, I'm a solution bringer. You're bringing value. Or maybe you're saying, I got shirts, I got designs, I have clothes. The point is, you need to have value you are bringing to the world. This is the moments of reckoning. This is the realization. You have to bring value with your product. Everything you're doing needs to be valuable. How can you come from a place and you wonder why you're not getting success? Like, I know, and then you wonder why that person is so successful. So I'm going to cover those two things, because we're looking at the 2024 aspirations, right? What you're going to be experiencing in 2024. Well, that's based off of the value you bring to the world, right? We're looking at the opportunities and we're looking at the challenges. Reaching those experiences in 2024. Like I said, it's Christmas Day 2023. So let's give two examples. I know a woman, literally. I know her first name, but I ran into her a couple times. And up on contact with her the first time, I was able to get very vital information out of her. That I was able to set up a meeting. We had that meeting in the physical, not online as usual. She lived in the area where I have a home. And when we met, I needed a place to move. We met at a location somewhere she wanted to meet. Near there was a prospect home I saw when I was driving. I ended up getting the home I live in now. If I not had spoke to her and met her, and then she followed up. When people follow up with me, I follow up with them. We met, and what we met for did not manifest because of where she was at with herself, and I could realize that. I couldn't work for her. No matter what my value was and how much I wished for her, I would be hurt in the process. and then I have to go through a healing process. That delays and stops what I'm doing in my life, right? That probably totally sabotages it. You see? So I ended up with that home. So I had to go through that process. And I had to be within myself where I was able to get the good out of it and reject the bad. And I see this person on the norm. I see this person once every 2 weeks at least. Physically see her. She sees me in the process sometimes. I don't bother her. She tries to bother with me. I don't. Now, the reason why I'm saying all this is because we're looking at opportunities in 2024 and we're looking at challenges. I want to bring value to you. I want you to tune in and vibe in with David and Dimitri live in color. After January 1st, 2024, I'm going to be doing live streaming. You can call in. This is a roadcaster sitting in front of me. For those of y'all don't know, it does everything you need for vidcasting, for podcasting. I got a $4,000 camera in front of me. I have a screen. If you're wondering why I'm not looking directly into the lens, it's because I'm looking at myself on the screen. I have very expensive microphones, and this is recording. This is recording everything in an audio form to put on my podcast. So if you don't want to go to YouTube and watch the video, you can also, and the links are going to be on my IG, if you're on my Twitter, formerly now known as X, or TikTok, or Facebook. You can go to either the podcast if you're driving, then you can watch the video. You see the volume I'm bringing? And I'm going to be talking on heavy levels like this. Heavy hitter, heavy mental. And there's a reason why I want you to laugh, because I want to bring metaphysical teaching. This is a meta-peta segment. The metaphysical paranormal segment. There's a reason why I turned on the laugh. Because this is where it's going to get deep. And I want you to be feeling funny. I want you to just get a little humor in you. We're going to go back to that lady, because we're talking about opportunities. And we're talking about value going to 2024. Now, I gave you a little scenario of how I got the good and rejected the bad. That person thinks she has a very sincere cause and reason of the value she wants to bring to the world, but she doesn't see it consciously. She doesn't have a conscious competence. She's instinctually picking up in her subconscious that this is value, but the word value isn't even part of her vocabulary. She's not an educated person. She's not the brightest person even with common sense. She's a very energetic person, but no self-control. Runs around on the phone, yeah, loud. This is a going on 50-year-old woman. You understand? And so this is the deepness of it, y'all. And so we all have issues with ourselves. Now, she has this thing she wants to do, that's social entrepreneur. In other words, like non-profit, non-government. She doesn't know what, she just knows she has a deep call, something happened, and she wants to stand up, and she's been trying to. And I told her what she needed to do. Online, as I do. That's what I do. That's the value I bring to my clients. I'll make more money doing that than through social media. And so, here goes somebody I know that don't have money, but I'm giving her free consultations the first few times I talk to her. I don't talk with her any longer. Because of the vibe. You see where I'm getting at? This particular individual is on one pole of the spectrum. She's in not a good place with herself and in life, where she can take the value of where she is and bring it to the world and get value back. I repeat, we need to be valuable, identify our value, which is to entertain, educate, inform, create solutions for people, be the solution for people, be the joy and fun, the laughter, the music. Come on now. You got to be able to bring the fun. Whatever your value is, you have to see it's a value. Not just value it it's other people on the other spectrum of the pole versus her, which positive energy. I get positive energy. I see they're with it. They are capable of functioning. They can make things happen. They have more followers than me. Their social media, no. They don't have a film like me. You know what I mean? I got a full feature film. It's in festivals. They don't have a book like me. My book outline. They don't have a full trademark logo of their name, but they're making money off of what they do. Might not be their own company, but they sell for what, and they bring in that value. They get it. But when it comes to their own thing, the stuff they want to do have no value. She wants to do something that's going to bring value. She does. She's just not all right health-wise, psychologically. You can see she's abusive and mean because she's been abusing me. Doesn't necessarily mean she means to be that way. She's got some witchcraft in you. Like I said, this is the metaphysical paranormal segment. The metapeta segment. Metapeta. Para. P-A-R-A. Metapeta. And so she has principalities that are sabotaging, principalities ruling her in one way. This person has another form. A narcissist. The other guy in the other person on the other pole, side of the pole, we're talking about polarism. Being polarized. She's getting money in this, but she's a narcissist, selfish egomaniac. So she's coming up, she's making her money working for other companies, but she's trying to do her own thing, and her own thing really doesn't bring value to people. She's just manipulating, or he's just manipulating in being a charlatan, being a con artist. But a shirt that has value in certain situations, maybe it has a message, so that shirt is prominent for that message in that social media video or shoot or for that event, but it doesn't have a consistent value. But the message does. But they get stuck on that one product. Buy my shirt, buy my incense, buy my line of whatever it is. But going to their life, they don't have anything where they're really bringing value to the people that they want value from, which is their money or their attention on their social media. They're doing these social media things, mimicking other people, saying, I'm going to compete and I'm funny too. That's a huge thing, right? Or I'm going to dance too. That's beautiful. And we all need that. I sit for hours of my life being entertained on these phones, social media, IG and TikTok. It's incredible. It changed my life, and I at times got addicted and had to stop. Going into 2024, you cannot do that. You must stop being addicted to social media, scrolling and misuse. I've said that. I officially said that right now. You cannot go into 2024 getting on TikTok, Instagram, and all these with your mind. And then when you go to do a post, you're wondering why you can't post, you're not consistent, or you just don't have confidence, or you got to get out of that. Well, let's go back to the goal. 2024, opportunities and challenges. Remember, it is you that's the center of your own reality, your own universe. You are a universe of your own. You are the God and goddess of yourself, of your experience and your past experiences. So in looking at challenges and opportunities in 2024, it's you. You have to add the word value to your vocabulary. You got to put the word addiction to your vocabulary. Am I being addicted to the social media? What vocabulary do you have? Polarization. If you don't have polarization in your mind and vocabulary, every day you wake up, you are polarized. It is impossible that you are not polarized going into 2024. No matter who you are, you can be the most coaching is, life coaching is, psychotherapist and all this. You are polarized to some degree somewhere because you're not given enough time to pay attention if you're polarized. It is a day in, day out thing to keep from being polarized. It is a morning to evening thing. It is a morning to afternoon to evening thing. You could wake up with emotion and you're wondering why you're angry at this person because what they did was wrong. It's polarized you. When you're thinking them, you're not in a center place neutral. You think of them too good. You shouldn't be addicted to them. You always want to have sex with them. You always got to get high with them. You always got to talk to them. And so the same thing, you always got to be angry at them because of what they did. And maybe you're picking up on their vibe. This is the meta segment. We're talking about metaphysics and paranormal. They're picking up on their vibes. They angry at you. So you picking up on it, but you got to, even though they doing that, that's called witchcraft. They're vexing you. You got to get in a place with yourself and center yourself, because the challenges and opportunities of 2024 are based off of you. I just gave you an example of polarization. Now, I spoke of two people when I was speaking of that. I was thinking of a specific male that was winning, a salesman at the car place, but his own businesses ain't working because he's not bringing value. And when I tried to tell him, yeah, but then when he walked away, next time he brought it up again, a month later, it is the same thing. He didn't take what I told. That hasn't went up in value. That idea and that product ain't something, because it don't add no value, man. This whole world, capitalistic, and markets and industries are all saturated. When they say the industry is saturated, everything's saturated. AI is saturated. Soon as something get out there, as long as 1 million people get it, you're gonna go on all those thousands of millions of people on this planet. Remember, there's billions. It will become saturated overnight. So, it's yourself. It is yourself that is the center of all opportunities and challenges. Yet, let's go into what I had, these pics I was going to put up for you. Leave the world behind. The shit hit the fan. Shit hitting the fan. Solar storm, EMP attack, knocking out electricity. Or the economy is going to crash. Recession is the housing market. All that's incremental. It's already happening. They're playing with your head. And when I say they, I mean the education system. They do a little better than media, but old media and new media is playing with your head. Everything's incremental, so everything's happening little by little. They are not telling you that. So stay tuned, remain watching. If you want to watch the rest of the full video, stay tuned, stay in line, but check with these adverts, very important sponsors and opportunities for you. David Dimitri, live in color. That's how we do, because that's who we be. Regardless, always fun. Benevolence. I have a gift to share with the world. I have authored or written a how to do and what to know book supporting anyone in achieving living an evolutionary life. This book was written for those of you that were born into poverty or possibly still living in poverty. Those of you that were born into self-hate and ignorance, that want to be aware, that want the knowledge and wisdom. Those of you that want the skills. For those of you that want to grow out of the lack and grow and evolve away from hate and sabotage. Remember, unlike other books, this is a reference book. You don't have to read it all the way through. You can go to the table of contents, and I'm sure from a childhood story or a teenage story or a young adult story, think about that. And then with the commentary after each story, teaching how to heal, teaching how to get in touch and reprogram your subconscious, there's no area of life where you're not going to benefit. This reference book is your go-to book for the future. Outline to Empower. How to do and what to know for evolutionary living. Available on all platforms, online and in store. It's going down. Shit hit the fan. We're in Taiwan. It's 2024 March. The election's already gone. Donald Trump's fighting whether he can run for the election. They're trying to block him in certain states. Blah, blah, blah. Biden damn near dead and won't let nobody else run. So now we have two super old men that want to run a country. I repeat, we have two super old men that want to run a country. I repeat, that's what you that are supporting Biden or Trump want. outdated consciousness. You got AI now. You got cryptocurrency and monetary system changing to become cashless. You got the same old stupid, silly ass social, political problems. You got things going backwards with the water systems throughout the whole United States. Canada is better. The public health is awful in the United States. And I'm just saying the United States. Look at the Caribbean. We have to look at the Caribbean. Look at the Pacific Islander countries. Starting with Hawaii, because that's a country really. Look at Alaska. Look at all that. Look at all the other world countries. Look at what's happening with China and Taiwan and the United States threats. Look what's going on with Iran. Then look right here. I'm in Southern California, correct? That's in the United States if you don't know. Y'all, look at the killing going on in Los Angeles throughout San Bernardino County. Look at what's going on in Oakland, Frisco, all the way down to Central, through Vallejo and all that. Look at Las Vegas. Look at the killing. The United States is overarmed with guns. I'm not against the Second Amendment, but I'm against unnecessary weaponry. The guns ain't saving lives. The human minds is saving lives. 2024 opportunities and challenges are based on you, whomever you are. Okay? Polarization, value. Are you having those words when you get up and you deal with yourself, when you lay down and deal with yourself? Are you bringing value to yourself? Your heart ain't the same as your mind. Your arms aren't your legs. Are you doing the proper exercises? Are you getting up, eating processed sugar when you awake into the day? Are you eating processed sugar products? Are you calling yourself eating healthy and putting heavy fibers, over amount of fibers, these hard oats and all this stuff? Or are you eating salads, vegetables, a mix of proper electrolyte vegetables to stabilize your stomach? And then as you go from there, you eating fruits to give you electrolyte energy. Are you taking the proper herbal powders in your drinks when you wake up in the morning and throughout the day? Especially men of age that have to do entrepreneurship in 2024, that got to work a job and do entrepreneurship. You women of age, when I say that I mean 30 years old and up, that has to do these things. You have to get educated and educate. You have to raise children. You have to take care of elders. And still be a public figure. And still sell your products and services. How is that possible if you haven't got and are not giving a proper effort at making what you ingest simple and eating living food, electromagnetic healthy foods? Everybody do something on the side. Everybody have vices. I don't do cocaine or meth. So what do? I eat processed sugar products. I do. I eat cakes. I don't mess with the icing, but I'll eat flat cakes. But it's processed sugar. It's gluten in that. It's sugar. You know what I'm saying? I drink alcohol, rum only, here and there, but mostly wine and beer. Why would he drink beer? I drink healthy beers because they don't have sugar, so I'm not destroying my pancreas. When you're drinking all that wine and eating all them, whether it's processed sugar or regular sugar, you're still, if you're missing processed sugar with real sugar, it's still throwing you off. So if I drink the beer, when I do, it doesn't mess with my pancreas. There's no sugar. It's just barleys the proper beers, water and barley. You see, you got to be thinking about health going into 2024. All that work and all that aspiration, you didn't invest all that money. You got all this equipment on, you competing, you doing a podcast video, or you selling your product. You got a whole marketing scheme going. You have a marketing company. You know what I mean? Or you want to run for office since we're going into the presidential season in 2024. You know what I mean? Whatever you do, you have to be healthy to bring value. If you don't bring value, you don't receive value. Going into 2024, opportunities and challenges. The challenge is within you. The opportunity is within you. Can you be the best you can be? Everything else will follow. Jesus Christ, the one that the Christians claim to own, but don't. They call him Jesus Christ. Call him by the name. Isa, blah, 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 right? Y'all sure? Just simply said the kingdom of heaven is within. And the kingdom of heaven is with you. You have to be that kingdom of heaven for yourself. All this other, and he said, first do the kingdom of heaven and then everything else will follow, right? So within first, then without. Then your businesses and all that stuff will follow. Now let's go back to the polarization examples I gave. Both those people want and felt entitled that they should meet someone like me and expect me to do everything for them, but they didn't want to bring value. They not only did not want to pay, he didn't want to pay, he had the money. He wants to pick my brain. I told him no how questions. I'm telling you right now, if you contact me for any services, you want to know how to build your studio, whatnot, you need training in your software, whatnot. Don't ask me how unless you talk about money first. I got prices on my graphic novel production page on my daviddemetri.com website. I have a graphic novel production page right there on my daviddemetri.com website, and it explains all my prices, and it also says they're negotiable, and you don't have to pay with just money. I have needs. Maybe you could provide administrative needs, production needs for some of my productions. I need actors and actresses, etc. So you see how I just showed you my value I can bring to some of you? This is why you log in and you tune into this show. Whether we live stream it or just go to the YouTube and see the videos, or come on to the Patreon and give it where we don't give a fuck and we coming clean, coming real. And yes, I curse and all that, but I also can keep it cool, clean, and unified. David Demetri, Sharing It Live. That's what I do. And we keeping this real. We bringing to you your 2024 aspirations and opportunities, right? But yet challenges. How to get to them. The root of them are in you. You attract that you reflect. They attracted me. They attracted, of all, the most important lesson when it came to business, right? Neither of them to this day get it. And both of them are like 40 years old, at least. The woman's older. That's because of ego. Not, maybe not narcissism, but the ego is always there to block you or sabotage you. You got to see where you're not allowing yourself to view things properly. Like, I can make up every excuse in the world to fail, and the biggest fail is not to try. And Muhammad Ali said he is crazy to him because he go back to places he been, and it was 20 years ago he fought his first fight, or one of his first fights in that city and stuff. He made friends, and he go back, and these people are still doing the same thing, and he get to spending those few days he's back there with them, and they're talking and stuff, and they don't realize. And he said he get on them. They don't realize that they spent all them years and didn't live.
And what we're doing is, I'm telling fish that they live in water. There's a young fish and an old fish, and the old fish says, "Hey boy, how's the water today?" And the young fish says, "What's water?" Water. Why? The fish spends its whole life immersed in water.
A fish spends his whole life immersed in water. An old fish telling a young fish, we're swimming in water. What's water? What's value? What's self-esteem? What's bringing value? What's expectation management? These are things you learn checking with me, vibing with me. And when you call in to the live streams, or when, hey, you come on the show and you sit with me, like my co-host, and we discuss what you're doing, your value, whatnot, and we can come out and shoot your shows, your whatever it is, highlight what you're doing, because we bring that value. You see the value I'm bringing with this vidcast, this vibecast, as I call it. It's podcast, vidcast, but it's a vibecast for sure. And so this polarization is how life is as a human in this realm. You want to get into a neutral place. And so if you don't have this word value, if you don't have this word polarization going into 2024 as priority words, you need to have priority words. If you don't have conscious competence versus unconscious competence in your vocabulary, then you want to just instinctually succeed. Let me tell you something. If you don't have expectation management as a vocabulary word that you can just pull out in a conversation anytime, then you're not an MC, you're a sucking MC. Let me tell you why you're a sucking MC. You monkey see, monkey do. You're a pity party, boo-hoo. That's what you doing. That's who you being. And that's for plenty of people that you see with money. If people like me that's so different and unique, you know what I'm saying? I come in a room, I come with this spiritual vibe, and I've been doing this all my life. You got these bald head dudes, and there's nothing wrong with bald heads. I know plenty of spiritual dudes. They wait till they're 30 or 40 to become spiritual. I never had that issue. A lot of that stuff people read and all this stuff they doing on social media, I was doing it in the early 90s, man. The mid-90s, I was an outcast growing up in a ghetto full of killers and murderers and was in the streets before I was like that, doing my own dirt. But I had a real serious epiphany at a very young age. That's why I didn't end up running in and out of prison. That's why I didn't end up addicted to drugs. A couple of years, I'm 50 human years old, right? Why have I been addicted to any drug? Why I don't have to work out, but I have a six-pack? And I'm solid. I'm not no super, I'm a natural thin person, but I got strength. I can fight. I can run. I can work. I never had any kind of serious health problems except injuries from being a competitive athlete. I don't get headaches. How? Because way back then, before all of them, I don't care who you find. I don't care how popular they are, what book they wrote, how much status they got. I'm guaranteeing I was a spiritual devotee longer than them. Now, I didn't have a mom and dad. I had the terrible life, man. And that's what my book, this book right here, Outline to Empower. A rare case. A rare case. So that's what I'm trying to do for you in 2024. I don't know if how long I'm living this physical body, but I'm left my whole life story with incredible, vital, and important commentary teaching you. And this book is not just for you 35-year-olds and up. This book is for y'all to buy and give to those teenagers, give to this young adult. You know, buy one for yourself and sit down when y'all talk sometime. Refer to the book. You read, be like, look, I got this book. We're going to read this together. Sometime we're going to talk about little things that come up in this book. You will be incredible. You'll be so shocked what you're going to learn from this book and how you're going to learn it. So 2024 opportunity and challenges. You know, you got all these different aspirations, earning types, but you need to be spiritual devoted. You got these different type of relationships you want and you've been keeping. You want to take those relationships to a different level. You want to take your business to another level. You know, you need to be real. Stop lying to yourself. If this did not work, you need to move forward. You need to quit blaming them. If something's hurting you or someone's hurting you, you need to move forward. Because you, more than likely, when you come out of it, you're going to find out how much you were causing yourself pain yourself along with them or that. Then you can bring value to the world. And then that's where the success is going to come. I'm not saying you need to leave anybody, but you need to be able to somehow clear the way so you can assess yourself and how you're contributing to your own pain and to your own sabotage. And then, are you valuing material success and all that stuff over people? People's matter. Or are you so caught up that you're allowing people that are draining your energy and sabotaging you, are putting all these disrespectful expectations on you, launching their own World War III on you, launching their second Civil War on you? People is destroying you emotionally and mentally. The kingdom of heaven is supposed to be emotionally and mentally. Not, see? You understand? Don't allow yourself to be a victim when you run across this person that keep fucking with you. Check their ass one way or another till they tone all that shit down. And for some of y'all, stop being scared to call the police. Call the police. I've been stalked by women terribly. I've been sabotaged by people that were stalking me. Didn't have nothing to do with them. They were lying to people, telling them I was in a relationship with them, and this. Call the police on me, lying to me, sabotaging me. I have been through all hell, and that's what this book talks about. Men, stop being scared to call the police on the women that are, because that's a criminal woman. That ain't no woman like a real woman. That's a criminal. That's an illegal thing to do. You see, and the only reason I'm bringing that up in women, don't deal with these anger addicted men or these totally destroyed. Love yourself, move forward. That's what you have to do. That's all I'm going to say on that point. We got to stick with the 2024 aspirations. Make sure you're keeping the value and benefiting yourself and blessing others. Bring value. That's how you're going to succeed. See what's stopping you that 5 years ago and it still ain't happening. You need to figure out, you need to move on or not to a whole new thing. Or you need to figure out what's blocking it from coming in together. You attract that you reflect. The law of attraction is based off of attracting that you reflect. Then we're dealing with the mind. The universe is mental. The universe is mental. You gotta see how you jealous in other people. Some of y'all just jealous, but you want success. You don't want success. You can't get past you're jealous. You gotta admit it. This is me jealous in them. And get over it. Get out of that. Go through a whole change. But a lot of y'all trying to keep up that reputation of that tough ass. See, because you come from a hard knock life. Well, then stay in the hard knock life and leave people that came out of that bettered themselves, or people that never had that alone. And stay, y'all need to just be each other's miserable company. Stop hating on positive people. You know what I mean? You can meet people and they have all kind of stuff going through their mind. You can get on social media and do your posts, and people are going to have all kind of stuff going through their mind. They're going to respond in different ways. Then you have people that respond how you want. But some people are fans and they don't know it. They're just stuck on social media. They got people that are purchasing and actually doing stuff. And some people just, you got to know the difference. And then there's a big difference of the people that's actually posting. And then you got people that are not only posting, they're making businesses. They got sales, services. They're bringing value. And this is the different things you're going to have to deal with going into 2024. That's why polarization is important. You have to deal with these elections. Even people are going to be wanting you to jump into their politics. I have a book I'm coming out with. I'm not going to say more about that yet. It's almost done. But I'm a political atheist. And you're saying, what? Hey, hold on. Did you know I have a political science degree? Not only that, I studied on 3 continents political science. I studied at the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University in South Africa. I studied international law there. I was doing world debates and mock United Nations all over the planet. I also ended up coming back and get a political science degree in the United States. And also, while I was overseas, I stayed in Davos, out in Geneva, in Switzerland. I studied international humanitarian law. That's right, the conventions and the protocols in the cases of the ICC of war. And I got the certification for conflict management and mediation, dealing with war. And before that, I was a CNN on-camera news reporter while I was in the United States. You understand the value I have to bring to you? I come from a home with a mom that was born with one eye, that was partially blind most of the time. We didn't have nothing. House had roaches, violent criminality. I had to take care of my little brother, little boy. You know what I'm saying? Hard knock life. Teenagehood, blah, blah. That's what this book is about. But here, I'm talking about 2024. I want you to have your book. Come to me. Go on the site, davidministry.com. Graphic Novel Productions. We'll do you, put together your wonderful book. Self-publish you. Help you build your own podcast vidcast. But I can't if you're not willing to do the life coaching. Then that's the other page on my website, which is my spiritual coaching page on davidministry.com. You see the value I'm bringing? So if we get to a point with me and you want to work, do your book, and I see that you have a psychological blockages, you know what I'm saying? You got complexes. You're going to have to be willing now to step to change, to evolve the relationship where I'm counseling you. And it's a whole nother thing, and it's going to cost. It's not free. You got to pay, because I have to continue. I'm about to make you one of me. And then what happens is you go to primeupintl.com, primeup, PRIMEUPINTL.com. We're gonna put you together so you end up being just like what I'm doing in your own way, bringing value to people, helping them. Maybe you just gonna be a counselor, a life coach, whatnot. But you can't if you can't get past whatever the inner secrecies, that egomania, that polarization. Your value is being blunted, blocked. Your blessings are being delayed. It's called witchcraft. That's where the spiritual. And so this is what I'm saying. You're the center of your opportunities. You're the source of your opportunities. You're also the sources of your challenges going into 2024. You need to get a self-dialysis, a self-check. You know what I'm saying? You need to get expectation management. Get past your ego. You got people, I mean, I've been through torture in life. I'll be day after day after day dealing with the negative energy of the people in different circumstances. And I know you have too. And I know you are dealing with it now. You got to realize it's in here. You got to get that vibe out here. And you could just, did you know, and this is where it's the meta segment of my show. Metaphysical and paranormal. Did you know there's principalities assigned to specific geographical areas? So someone can be living, you can be living in some apartments or a house. And that whole, it's a huge, tormenting, negative, fear and anger and bitterness spirit ruling over that little area. Did you know that could be so? And so that's why living there, you have to do all this anger, vile vibrations. These people kicking off anger and vibes, all that stubbornness and misery, that's not to be played with. Just like you can get somewhere where people are too high in the entertainment industry. I go to do shoots and stuff. I work with people, or sometimes I get chose to do a commercial. I get on sets. These people have a total sleepless vibe where all they can do is be hyperactive and childish and this and this, and drain off of people's energy. And if you don't let them drain off your energy, they start coming up with the spirit of false accusation, falsely accusing you. They start saying, oh yeah, he's mean, he's this, or she's mean, she's this. No, I don't give you my energy. I'm coming here to do this job. And so after I'm done with that, then they mad at you. People are vampires, or they're destructive. Either way, it's evil, right? It's torture. It causes suffering. You have to keep your eye out for that. That's going to be the challenges going into 2024. Witchcraft. It's witchcraft. This is the paranormal part of the speaking, and it's the of this talk. You got to realize there's angelic forces that rule over certain areas and certain home areas or certain work locations, and everything's so positive and healthy. The exact opposite. See the polarization? So how are you going to bring your value if you in that area where everything is just this drag, everything's angry, bitter, the boss or the CEO or they're angry, or the neighbor or the people that run the apartments or the owner of the home, or whoever the person that's managing, they're mean, a bitter, nasty person. Now you got to fight off all these anger inside. You want to get violent with them, and really they're doing that. They're kicking. They want you to be like that. That's evil spirits. That's living entities, discarnate entities that have demonically possessed that human being. You got to get away from that. This is the opportunities and challenges of 2024. Witchcraft is everywhere. Demonic possession is everywhere. Angelic, or being blessed through your ancestors, your Ngungu, your Radalo, your Nananu, your Samafo, Paya, your Dejedi Shepsu, Kutu Shepsu, Remet Shepsu, your Noob Shepsu, your Agwagwin Shepsu. Your ancestors are the angels, your righteous ancestors. But you even had to fight off some of your bad ancestors. That's why the omnificent, the Amen, the Anu, the Ano, the Supreme, Elodumare, Maulisa, the Inyame Wa, Inyame, Yokampa. You see, oh, call it what you want. That's the ultimate power. So, be in nature. Get your energies from the sun. Get off this moon cycle addiction. Get on the sun cycle also. Vibe with them both. It's a balance. And go into the 2024 with your vocabulary right. Be an MC. Don't be a sucker MC. Be a real MC. Have your own rhymes. Have your own rhymes. Have your own ways. Have your own aspirations, and this and this and this. Don't hate on others. But if you're getting value from people, make sure you get value back. And see the different forms of vampires. But see the different form of angelic and blessed people. And giving, healthy people. And go out there, do what you do. You are very much valued and great. And we appreciate you. But you have to realize that the threats are real. The shit hit the fan scenario is real. World War III is very close. It is. Nuclear destruction is. Nuclear bombs are real. Guns and killing is real. Then people are really being killed over in Israel and Palestine. And people are really suffering in Haiti and being tortured in Haiti and the Congo. Over in Ethiopia, people are suffering. Yemen. You have to understand that. So living in the United States, Canada, and people that have time enough to even get this video and watch it, you need to understand that people are suffering in these ghettos. These people are killing each other every day. It's jealous people in me. You think I could just do this? I can't live like I used to live, like when I was younger. I go out. It's people of my own ethnicity, my own people, that are just jealous. They just want to kill me because their life didn't end up like mine. I'm suffering in certain ways, right? Every day, all humans have suffering. They think that everything's just fine. You got people that are jealous of this. That's something you have to deal with in life, but you got to get past that. You got to bypass it. And if you have been that way, you can repent. You don't have to become a religious person, but you can repent. And every time you encounter people on a day-to-day, even apologize to the people you hurt. Reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? But leave them alone. No one owes you. You got to get them demons out of you. So know that these challenges and opportunities are real, but yet. So as I was saying, I think you should be preparing. You see, for your greatest opportunities in life. You should be pushing for your opportunities, preparing, and going toward them. You see, I just wanted to give you a little note that, hey, your spiritual devotion is the key. Not your ambitiousness. Not how much support you illusionary seem to have or don't have. Not how many opportunities you illusionary seem to have and don't have. You understand? Not how many challenges and blockages and delays you illusionary seem to have and don't have. It could be that that's not what you're supposed to be doing. So you need to learn about your destiny. not predestiny. Destiny is based off your potential, your natural talents, your karma. Just because you suffered, everything can turn around for you. You become a billionaire. See, so you have to come into terms with these things. Check with me. I'm David Dimitri. I'm always live in color. That's right, from my heart. I love y'all, but you have to love you. It's 2024. We're going to crossroads. Be a political atheist. I suggest political atheism. I'm not saying you don't vote. I might vote. It's something fun to do. You know what I'm saying? I like keep conversations politically. It's don't take things so serious, because you can't control the world. Don't become one of them bitter political people that's angry at this different type of people. If you find yourself that way, find a way to communicate with somebody that's what you would dislike and the people that you think you hate, and talk to them and find out how much you have in common and how stubborn of a bitch you might be. You see, don't get caught up in these political addictions. See, when you study political science like I have, they have political neurological classes and political psychology, not just political philosophy, but political psychology classes. That's where you learn about the addictions of politics and how people believe in things and stand up for things that won't benefit them. I did it almost my whole life. I could tell you right now, I believed in things and stood for things where in my mind, that was on my mind when I would encounter other people, and it was all politics. It was a political view. So when I encountered those people, I was and guess who ended up helping me every time? And it took years for me to see, this is the type of people that like me. Oh, hold on, we have a lot in common. And I was standing up for certain people because I was born around that type of people and raised around that type of people. That don't mean you like them. That don't mean you stay like them. This is the evolutionary life. This book is called Outline to Empower. How to do and what to know for evolutionary living. Evolutionary living, not revolutionary living. We're evolving. We're evolving. You're supposed to be evolving. Going into 2024, you need to be evolving. You are the center for all opportunities. You attract that you reflect. You are the center for all obstacles and challenges. You attract that you reflect. You're creating. You're evolving. You need to get that in your head. What's your vocabulary? What type of MC you are? MC, microphone controller. So how can you be a rapper, an MC, a speaker? The universe is mental. The universe is mental. It's all psychological. It's not that it's psychological. It's mental. It's interpretation. It's reality. That's what all life is. You creating it. So what are you going to create? You want all this, I want. But what value are you bringing? Do you feel good giving? Do you have an idea of how you can bring value to people's life going into 2024? Are you going to allow yourself to get so caught up in politics? I know people that are great people, but they're great and not just good. But their ego allowing them to be biased because of their political addictions. I'm a political atheist. Political atheism don't mean I don't have politics. I have a side. It makes it more clear for you because you know what will bring benefit to you. I just don't jump on bandwagons anymore and stuff. So when the book comes out, check with me right now. Check with this book because you need it, whoever you are. You don't know how much you need it. It's something in there for you. Very important. This ain't one of the books you pick up and you pick the book up and you read from the beginning to the end. Nah. And when you read the beginning of the book, that's when you're going to realize it's going to explain everything I'm saying right now in the same words. It's going to tell you how to get value from the book, not how to just read it from the beginning to the end. It ain't in a book like that. This is like a how-to book for a lot of different things in life. You see what I'm saying? And this is what's missing out in this world. Bring value, you'll get value. Believe in you. You are with the heart and the mind. Aspire, but with intelligent aspirations, intelligent value, intelligence. Not just emotional, not just ambition, you can get your money. You can get your value. You can get your resources. You can get your greatest experience. Live your best life. Glow. Glow up. 2024, bringing it in, doing it good. David Dimitri, live in color. Benevolent, love every time. Keep laughing, y'all. Keep laughing. Life is just a dream. Check with me.
You know I got to keep the vibes, give the vibes, receive the vibes. This is your channel, so tune in.
David Dimitri is live in color, live in color.
Keep the vibration on the vibe.